Hey there, Brandon Slay here from ThirstGym.com, and today we're talking about an exercise called the Barbell Zercher Reverse Lunge. For this exercise, what you're going to need is a barbell and a rack. I've got a zigzag bar here, but you can use a regular good old-fashioned barbell, and then you're going to want to have a rack with J-hooks, and then have this set up around waist level, give or take, just enough so that you can bend down to get the barbell out. You don't want to be on your tiptoes trying to get the barbell out. I'm also facing you forward here just to make this easier from a demonstration purpose and so I can talk to you, but you can also just walk it backwards from the rack as well. Either one's really fine. What we're going to do, we're in our Zercher position. So to recap that's going to be the barbell in the crooks of our elbows. My palms are towards me, and I'm in a staggered stance to get this out of the rack. It's a lot easier than going here, at least in my opinion. So once we stand up, then I can walk forward to be able to perform the exercise. I'm going to walk forward here, but in this position, I want to make sure that in my Zercher position, I'm not arching through my back to hold that weight. I'm staying nice and vertical, and then I can adjust that barbell where I need to. Clearly, the heavier it gets, I don't want to reach it forward, right? But I also want to make sure as it gets heavier, I'm not just continuing to arch my back here to hold that position. I want to use my trunk of my upper back to stay rigid and tall. And then from here, I'm going to start with both my feet together. We're going to take a big step back into our reverse lunge, and then come back up to the start position. Knee can tap the ground or get pretty close. That's all personal preference. But you just want to make sure you're taking a big step, and then my knee is not going too crazy far forward over my toe to where I'm losing whole foot pressure. As long as my whole foot stays flat and you're taking a nice step backwards, you should be in a good position. Your knee should end up right underneath your hip. You don't want to overstride your reverse lunge here. You want to make sure you're just taking a modest step. Knee ends up right here so that you're nice and upright at the end of the position, and then you return back to the start point. So this works great for a couple of people. Primarily those that have cranky knees. This works great because by doing a reverse lunge, we're going to get a lot more glute and posterior chain emphasis. You're still going to get some quad activation for sure, but this is overall just going to feel much better as a movement pattern. The Zercher position also being in front of you is going to open up some posterior expansion by holding that position, letting us access that range of motion in the hip a little bit better. So it can also potentially improve your hip mobility as well. It also is just a different loading pattern, so if you're tired of doing Gallo reverse lunges, this might be a way to increase that load, but still get that upper back strength that you're after as well. So lots of different purposes and uses for this exercise. I really like doing this as either a main strength movement or a assistance exercise or accessory exercise. If you're doing it for a strength movement, 2 to 4 sets of 3 to 6 reps on each leg is kind of the sweet spot. If you're doing it for accessory work, 2 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Know that doing that, you are going to probably have a little bit of upper back conditioning that's important, being able to hold that load there, and you're on again. Make sure you're not arching through your low back to hold that position. It's just coming from the mid and upper back and the abdominals holding that position. But it is a way to really blow your lower body up and get some extra full body benefits from it as well. If you got any questions, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks. Have a great day.